The majority, but not unanimous vote for the tall building at Devil's Tower Road has raised questions by some. The ESG believe that even though engineering-wise there is a lot that can be done to secure rock faces and protect roads, they don't believe it's a good idea for there to be a residential development outside what they call a potentially hazardous area. The group believes Gibraltar is very unique and has great character in its landscape features, which is why they, along with the GeoNHS and Heritage Trust, have put together a study to protect strategic vistas from ad hoc developments. I asked the ESG's Janet Howitt if she believes the DPC should have voted no.
We were hoping that a survey of the area, of the new entry point into Gibraltar, could be undertaken to show us, to study how best to develop, because you cannot not develop, because development is so vital for Gibraltar, but how best to develop the whole area so that to show it off to the optimum. We have buildings going up on the opposite side of the road, against the rock perhaps, develop that with more sensitivity and size. So we fully expected that any landscape designer, after consultation with a lot of the experts on the DPC also, and others that don't want to see so much development, but as a result of that there may still be lots of tall buildings going up there, but at least have that decision down on the back of an overall study. So yes, I would have liked the DPC to have said no on that basis. We're also concerned, as I think a lot of the population is now, about the safety issues of the site. When this first came up, I think many of us were quite surprised that anyone would want to build there, and despite the very serious safety report that has been produced, it still seems to be the wrong decision to place a building full of people at this site.
Janet Howard adds that members of the public might well miss the announcement of projects in the local press and will continue to lobby and make the public aware of what options Gibraltar has in respect of developments.
Another important point is that the civil aviation caps on buildings was only removed a couple of years ago within the lifespan of the existing development plan. What this has done is it's allowed a lot of tall buildings like Eurocity, these buildings, the next buildings, to go up without any further assessments done in terms of aesthetics, in terms of compatibility with the surrounding area. And we think we need to protect breathing spaces amongst buildings and quality of life. We do want to house everybody, and it's an important income for Gibraltar, but we'd like more transparency and more forward planning, and the real vision of what Gibraltar is going to be known now, because basically people are getting outraged and upset when these large projects come along, and the reality is that this is not going to stop. So, but people need to understand why, because Gibraltar wants to continue to house its people, wants to continue to grow economically, and claims that this is all part of the progress. So let's have it. Let's see the Gibraltar of tomorrow, please. Let's have it in a 3D model. I think we'd all be very interested to see what it's going to look like.
The approval for what would be Gibraltar's tallest building has already been granted. However, the debate on Gibraltar's skyline has only just begun.